Hello. Come on in the room. Come on in the room. Hello to all of my Facebook saints, my YouTube saints, and my Sunday school dropouts. It's Sunday. We made it. So come on in the room and let's talk and set off the week right. If this is your first time joining us, my name's Brandolyn, and I'm so happy to see you. Thank you for coming. Welcome to the family. Let us know that you're new and where you're from so we can show you some love. But everybody, come on in here and let's talk because it's Sunday. Can't wait to see you. And once you come in the room, you've got to let me know that you're here because sometimes until you make a comment, it doesn't roll over. Hello, how's everybody doing? Hello, Christy, Rapunzel, let down your golden hair. I'm afraid I'm going to attack myself in my sleep because I'm not used to all this. And if anything touches me on my arm, I'm going to attack myself because of my hair. But we'll see how long this lasts. Hey, my Pina, how are you? How are you doing? Your hair grew overnight. Absolutely. Where there's a weave, there's a way. I will always switch it up. I've told you guys a lot of times people don't know how I really look because I change my hair so much. I like to say I'm in the witness protection program. How's everybody doing? Let's see here. Hey, thank you, Tammy. I appreciate it. Well, y'all, it is Sunday. And we've made it. Hey, Wayne, I wish I had some hair on my bald head. And you know what's funny, Wayne? If I had my way, I used to be bald. I used to wear my hair very, 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 very short, like faded, like a boy. Or the really, I shouldn't say like a boy because you can wear your hair however, but very low. And I wish I could go back to that. But my husband, the only thing he's asked for is for me to let my hair grow. That and the cook. Those are the only two things he wants. And so I try to let it grow or add whatever. Well, I hope everything's okay. Hey, my Mimi. I hope you're doing well. That's my Mimi, y'all. Let's see here. Listen, thank you guys all so much for the comments about the hair. We'll see how long it lasts. Y'all know I don't do well. Have to switch it up. I'm going to jump right into tonight's Bless Your Heart, okay? And remember, if you're new, let us know that you're new so we can show you some love. Hey, Jennifer, hope all is well with you, Miss Jen. Just no hair in what you're cooking. Absolutely. No. And I have to be careful because this is flammable. No hibachi for me. You do not go to a hibachi restaurant with this much flammable hair on. Absolutely not. I did it one time. Never again. Well, listen. Let's see. Who's new? Hey, Shirley. Shirley, Ride Out. I love your last name. Ride Out. I love it. Let's see here. I'm trying to catch up. The comments come in, they go slow and then they come fast. So I'm sorry. But let's jump right into tonight's Bless Your Heart. Now, if you're new, Bless Your Heart is, if you're in the South, you know what Bless Your Heart means. It's a term of endearment or it's an insult. It just depends on the situation. And so, of course, I have a situation I want to share with you all tonight. And you let me know who gets the Bless Your Heart for this one. Hello, Pamela. How you doing, Pam? Hope all is well. Look at all these new people. Okay, I need family. I need the hospitality committee to help me out because I know that I'm going to miss somebody. So y'all make sure everybody feels love. Hello, Jan, and that cute baby in your profile picture. Oh, I just want to squeeze her cheeks. We say all the time, the higher your hair or the bigger your hair, the closer to heaven. I believe that applies to babies too, because that bow, the bigger the bow, the closer to heaven. I promise. You start them off early. Train them up right. Well, listen, let's jump right on into this Bless Your Heart, okay? This actually is coming to us by way of Apache Junction, Arizona. Now, I'll paint the scene for you. First of all, I've learned that no matter where you live, it doesn't matter if you live in the South, and evidently if you live up north, because I'm realizing this place is everywhere. No matter how country or a place you are from or how big of a city you're from, I'm finding that there seems to be two things everywhere you go. You have McDonald's everywhere. And the good dollar store. They are everywhere. If you always have a dollar store, okay? So imagine you are walking around the dollar store trying your best to find things you need, okay? I can't speak for anybody else, and you know I'm all about no judgment. Am I the only person that can spend $50 in the dollar store? Just curious. Well, imagine you're shopping, getting a couple of items. Oh, wait a minute. Kelly said, they're pretty redneck and well, Kelly, you said it. I didn't. I've never been to Apache Junction, Arizona. I can't speak for that. I can't. But what I will tell you is, Pamela says, wait a minute, Pam, the comment went too fast. Pamela says, girl, my mama can walk out with $200 from the, how do you do that? I'm with her though. I am so 100% with her. But imagine that you're in the good dollar store, loading up, buying everything you don't need, but it's $1, so therefore it's going in the bucket. And all of a sudden, a big old truck comes through the front door. And when I say a big old truck comes through the front door, I mean literally. A truck comes through the front door. And the person driving it is described as a middle-aged woman. Now, I don't know what that means. I'm assuming that means what is middle-aged? Somewhere between 30 and 50. What is middle-aged? 50, 30 and 50? That is all it said, was a middle-aged woman. And she was in a truck and came through the store, okay, in the truck. When the police arrived, she only said, I hit the wrong pedal. Okay, now, first of all, that tells me a couple of things. I don't know if this is true. Oh, Elaine said 65. 65 is middle age. Okay, I believe you. I believe you. Okay. She hit the wrong. That sounds like something I would do. Like, I don't own a truck, but my husband does. And I'm scared of it. And he wants a new truck. And I hope one day, like, that's my dream, is if I could get enough, if I can do a movie or a Netflix special and have enough money to surprise him with a truck. Oh my God, he will take anything but a Ford. Okay. But I can just imagine him having this huge truck. And I say, I'm just going to drive it over here to the dollar store and hit the wrong pedal. So here's my question. Who gets the bless your heart? The people in the store or the woman driving it? And let me also say this. No one was hurt. No one was hurt. Okay. Mary, I'm so done with you, Mary. The dollar store is not a drive-through. Well, it is now in Apache Junction, Arizona. Oh. You know, she just didn't feel like getting out the car. I understand. I do. So who gets it? Who gets it? Could you imagine being in the store and all of a sudden the truck is right? You looking at the exhaust of a truck. I believe I'd lose. That would, they would need to call it. I wouldn't be hurt, but I need to go to the hospital. All my nerves would be gone. Everybody gets it. Sonny says everybody gets it. You know, it was some dirty panties in there. Absolutely. Absolutely. Oh, let's see here. Melissa says the driver. Now, again, I have no clue. I made up that story in my mind that she was probably driving a truck that didn't belong to her. And she just, I feel like she gets it because I wouldn't want to deal with, if it's a husband, I wouldn't want to deal, or a boyfriend or whomever, her partner, her spouse, her significant other, it doesn't matter. I just wouldn't want to deal with them if it's their truck. I just wouldn't. Oh, sorry. Okay, Wayne says, oh, wait, I'm coming back, Heather. Wayne says the driver gets to bless your heart because she probably was going to get something she needed, and now she has to explain why she didn't get. Oh, she got something. She got an expensive bill. She's got to call the insurance people. That's what she's got, but I agree with you. Heather says, I know her husband is irate. If that was his truck, she will never be able to drive his truck. If he's anything like my husband, he'll give me a new pair of flip-flops and tell me to start walking. You will never be able to live that down. I just can't imagine it's her vehicle because I don't. How do you mix the pedals up if it's your car? And again, no judgment. Maybe she was distracted or dealing with some children. I don't know. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. So, okay, I think we're giving it to everybody. My husband would never forgive me. He loves his truck more than me. I understand. My husband loves the Dallas Cowboys more than me. So I understand, Kathy. Oh, Lord. Okay, let's see here. Sade says, strike up Pitt and Pat. Oh, Lord. Okay. Now listen, before we go any further, I also need to tell you guys this. So on the last show, we talked and I was going to make this popcorn salad. Do y'all remember this? For anybody who didn't see the last show, we talked about this new Facebook, or I should say internet trend or food craze where people are taking popcorn, my beloved favorite snack, salty snack, popcorn, and making it into a salad. More like a potato salad consistency. Okay. So this thing includes mayonnaise, onions, carrots, celery, water chestnuts, and bacon. Now, I said I was going to make it, and I like to be a woman of my word. So I got all the ingredients, but I just was struggling with the bacon because I came from a waste not, want not family. And I wasn't going to make a lot, just enough to sample with you guys. I was just going to make it as we talked so you could see it. But I can't sacrifice my bacon. Please, no judgment. And so I was thinking about it and I'm praying and all that good stuff. And I said, okay, Lord, I said I was going to do it. So I'm going to just do it because I said I was going to do it. But then he sent me something else. Somebody inboxed me with an ass Brandolin. If that ain't the good Lord telling me, daughter, stop yourself. I don't know what is. Let's see here. Stacy says popcorn should never be I agree. Because first of all, popcorn is supposed to be good. And I know that they have healthy popcorns, which I don't know how I feel about that. I don't know if I agree with it. Like the smart popcorn, it's good. I just feel dumb because I just eat 2 and 3 bags at a time. I don't feel so smart because I don't stick to the servings amounts. However, regardless of what kind of popcorn you eat, when I hear the word salad, I think healthy or I shouldn't say I think healthy. I think green. I think light. I don't think popcorn. I just don't feel like those words should ever meet, you know? Wait a minute. Let's see here. My aunt used to use it as cereal over milk. Tammy, are you saying that your aunt used to put milk over her popcorn? Tammy, please tell me that's not Tammy. I need you to explain. Please come on. Please let me know if that's what you mean. Oh gosh. Okay. So, Tammy, I'm gonna wait on you because you've blown my mind with that. Mary Ann says popcorn with mayo. I know. And I was going to fix it because I'm not a mayo person. I'll eat it in potato salad, but I was going to try to help it with some mustard. But then it just don't need to happen. It just doesn't. It doesn't. Okay. What is this? Skinny pop. I don't know how it will make you skinny if you eat the whole. I know. See, it's all in the name. I'm not a skinny girl. And I can't eat skinny popcorn and end up skinny because you're right. I shall eat the whole bag with you. Let's see here. Tammy, where did Tammy go? I saw Tammy's comment, I think. Did Tammy respond? Yes, she did. Tammy said she definitely put milk over her popcorn. Loved it when it was several days old, so that helped more milk. Tammy, you can't help who your family is. And I know, no judgment, but you didn't ask to be related to your aunt. You didn't ask. I'm just teasing. I promise. Okay, okay, okay. Let me let me get into tonight's topic. We're praying for you, Tammy. You and the whole family. Mm-mm-mm. That might be worse than the salad. Okay, so I'm telling you that, all that to say, I checked my email right before I went live, and whoo, I got a doozy. I always feel like they're a doozy. But I'm really going to need you all's help with this Ask Brandolyn because I need to hear the perspective of mothers with older children, okay? So I'm going to put this up. So if you have an Ask Brandolyn, you can feel free to put it out there. And let me put this disclaimer. I don't use all the stories I get because sometimes I feel that things are too serious. If I can feel your emotion and your angst in the midst of it, then I don't bring it to the group because this is a judgment-free zone. And I just need you to be um, I need you to be in a place where you can receive whatever everyone says. Plus, we're all in different levels of maturity, spirituality, or just in life. And so not every story is meant to be told, okay? So do not be offended if you send me a story and I don't read it out loud. It is nothing against you. It's just I have to feel like this is the right move to make. And this letter I feel is okay. And I know that the person who sent this to me is on here. Okay. I had to condense it and take out some names to protect the innocent. So I pulled out the important things that you need to know. Okay. Whew. Here we go. So here's the Ask Brandolyn. If you would like to send an Ask Brandolyn, feel free, and you'll see I always hide your identity. And I ask that, unless you feel the need to identify yourself or say, hey, it was me, you don't have to do that. Excuse me. You can just sit and listen. Okay. Here we go. Dear Brandolyn, my daughter divorced her husband almost 4 years ago. Since then, her 6-year-old daughter and her have moved back in with me. My daughter has begun to date and have a social life on the weekend. It started off once a month. Now she parties Friday and Saturday night and sleeps all day Sunday. That leaves me to take care of my granddaughter. I love my granddaughter with all my heart. And right now, I do not think her mother is what's best for her. Last month, we had a huge blowout when she allowed a guy to sleep over. Breathe, y'all. Breathe. Breathe. Okay. She says they were just hanging out and I should stop treating her like a child. Take another breath. Everybody breathe. Okay. My daughter needs to find herself, but not at the expense of my granddaughter. I am at wit's end. I want to kick her out, but I want to keep my granddaughter safe with me. I can't lose my granddaughter. Please help. Now, before we start this conversation, because I need everybody breathing, because I know. But before we start this, there are 2 pieces of information that I need to give you. The first thing I want you to know is that this young lady is 31 years old. Okay. I just didn't read that into 31, Denise. I knew. I knew y'all were going to ask. She is 31 years old. And the second thing I want you to know is it is the grandmother, her daughter, and the granddaughter in this house. That is it. The grandmother's not married, okay? But the little girl does have contact with her father. Okay. And go. I know. Everybody breathing? Someone said prayers. Oh gosh, all I see is Tammy saying I'm with Sonia. That means this Sunny is my best friend. Okay, she's one of my best friends. So I didn't see her comment, but I know she said something crazy. Tammy, do not encourage her. Okay, let's see here. Tanae says revert to the Bible. Just saying. See what that says. LOL. Mm-hmm. 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 Okay. Christina said, oh, Miss Christine is not playing with us today. Miss Christine said, you're not a babysitter. She needs to get her own apartment and needs to be an example to her children. Your job as grandmother is to love those children. And how's your grandbaby doing, Miss Christine? Let me know. I want to know how your grandson's doing. Okay. Let's see here. Your house, your rules. Your granddaughter knows how much you love her. Mm-hmm. Okay. The age doesn't matter. If you are not married, you will not have overnight guests in my house. Yes, Miss. I'm with you, Miss Carolyn. No, the age doesn't matter for that. I was hoping, this is just me, and please, ma'am, do not be offended because I am not trying to say anything negative about your daughter. I'm just being honest. I was hoping she was a little bit younger, because then this would have made a little bit more sense to me, because I was thinking, that I was hoping that she got married super young, had her baby super young, and had, grew up really, really fast and never sowed her wild oats, if you will. And I'm not saying if you're that age, if you're 31, that you can't sow your wild oats. I'm just saying, I just thought maybe she was a little bit younger. I'll leave it at that. Okay, hold on. I got to back up. You guys are writing. Oh, you guys are writing some soliloquies. Okay. Valerie says, Grandma should not enable her daughter to escape from her responsibilities to her daughter. Okay. Sonia, to give her grace, if she has a 6-year-old and is divorced, she married young. So that means she's exploring at her young age. Okay. I hear Sonny. Okay. So okay, Sonny. Sonny says, give her grace. Okay. Wait. I'm going to come back to it. No, don't revert to the Bible. It's her own kid, and she can't be partying like that. That's not in the Bible. No clubbing. Is that a scripture in the Bible? I'm just asking, Sarah. Okay, hold on. Let's see here. If she is gonna hurt her, then that's another story. Okay, this is a fine line, y'all. I would have never disrespected my mother. Yeah, Patsy, I'm with you. Mm-hmm. My mom would say my way or the highway. Clearly, my mama's not on here tonight. Clearly. I know she's not because I've not seen her chime in just yet. Okay, hold on. The comments moved fast on me. So let me back up a little bit. And then I'm going to throw some questions at you guys to see if that changes your mind or makes you feel a certain way. I'm with Grandma. Daughter should not have brought man into the home. This is a tough situation. I know she doesn't want to lose her granddaughter, but the child doesn't need to be around that. Now, here are my questions for you guys. Okay. Question number 1. And please understand this, because I didn't ask. I don't know if she felt like she needed to do something with her daughter before the guy spent the night or after, if that was like the final straw, maybe. But do you feel that she, based on the information we have, let me stress that we don't know everything. We're not in their home. So based strictly on what we've talked about, do you feel that warrants being kicked out of the home? Okay. Because we can look at this many different ways. Now, first of all, sir, COVID, I don't know you. You need not be in my house. But secondly, that's not necessarily safe for the mom or the grandmom to bring a guy the grandmother doesn't know into the home. And third, the child. Absolutely. And I don't, maybe not necessarily in that order, but does that warrant the level of being kicked out? That's my first question. Mm-hmm. Okay. So let's start there. Exactly. My house, follow the rules, respect my house. Yes. And I got another question about that too. Uh, okay. My daughter would have known what she can and can't do in the first place. I hear you, Denise, but it's a possibility that the grandmama didn't see this one coming. But I'm just asking, does this warrant strictly based on the guy spending the night? Okay, we're going to assume that this was the first real incident. Um, Assume that she hasn't talked to her daughter, that this is the first time that this has hit this level, and maybe she's been bottling up how she feels. Let's start there. Valerie said, give her 30 days to find her own place. Okay. Okay. Sunny, no, where the open rules discussed before it happened. Yes, she knows. Okay. I'm assuming they weren't. I think there needs to be a talk about the ground rules now. Exactly, Wayne. Maybe this is not as discussed beforehand. I agree. I agree with that comment 100%. Maybe the ground rules need. Oh, Miss Christine kicked out. She didn't leave the light on for her. She didn't leave the light on. Okay. Is it safe for us to say, how many people agree with that? How many people agree that this should be used as the rock bottom? Like at this point, you need to have a discussion. Ashley said it is safety and a respect issue. I agree. Now, when it comes to respect, let me tell you where I try to extend grace. I always do. But let me tell you where homegirl left me. When she hit her mama with "quit treating me like a child." I'm sorry. You a whole entire grown woman? That's great. Grown women have their own place. That's what bubbled up in my spirit initially. Okay, so everybody's saying discuss. Okay, this is good. So, ma'am, you might need to discuss this. Use this as a way to discuss with your daughter. Now, for everyone who is my house, my rules, which I agree. Please know I agree. Here's the other part of that I'm a little confused about, or I want to know how you all feel. Let's now assume that they have this conversation. The ground rules are set, and this young lady doesn't want to play by the rules, okay? She still feels that her mother's not giving her space. She feels disrespected. She feels she's an adult and can do whatever she wants. And so now the grandmother can now kick her out because they've had this discussion, okay? Where does that leave the grandchild? I don't have grandchildren. So I'm asking grandparents this first, or everybody, I guess, who can answer this. I just don't feel, I don't know if I can, if I'm not in that position. So I'm really leaning on grandparents for this. Oh, wait a minute, Sarah. I'm sorry. Sarah said that's me, LOL, 15 years ago. Okay, Sarah, so I really need you to speak on this. Where does that leave a grandparent? Because at the end of the day, what you want to keep your grandchild close, but you don't have that right. You don't have the legal right. So if your daughter walks, the granddaughter walks, and now you're worried and stressed about your granddaughter. You know what I mean? Let's see here. Tough love is the best love. I agree, Sarah, but is it fair for the granddaughter to have to? Denise, oh, granddaughter goes with mom. Okay. Y'all are killing me. Then hell's no, and you're grown. Don't find your own place. Is the daughter, ma'am, do you see these comments? I always encourage, if it's your letter, make sure you go back and you look at all the comments, because not everyone has the same opinion. And you need this to sometimes just hearing different opinions or hearing it from people who aren't in the situation, who don't have a dog in the fight, helps you to make a decision. Okay. But no, this is all love. We're all family here. There is no judgment. Okay. Because trust me, all of us have either been there or have we know of people that have been in this situation, or we're one step away from being in it. So there's no judgment at all. Okay. Let's see here. Valerie says, grandma and granddaughter must already have a good relationship. So the granddaughter knows that she is loved. Keep the door open and try to maintain contact. Whew. Oh, okay. Okay. Is it Adita? I went through it and lost my grandson and my son, but at least I don't have the problems anymore. Okay. If you don't mind, I'm going to pick on you since you said that, because what I want to know is, and maybe this is selfish from your perspective, for me asking this, but as the grandmother, does it not worry you? Are you not stressed out about your grandson? I'm just asking. Okay. Married, grown women do not use their moms for a free babysitter for a whole weekend, a few hours. Okay. But grandma did not make the baby. I agree. I agree. Ursula, I have 9 and 1 on the grade grandchildren, and the grandchild is not her responsibility. Pray for them. Leave it in God's hands. Absolutely. And congratulations. You number 10. All right then. You got a whole soccer team. Both sides. Oh, I would love to be at your house at Christmas. Oh, I would love that. All those babies together. That sounds like fun. Okay. Okay. So it seems like the majority of you all are saying tough love. Elaine says the grandmother probably has earned a lot of respects since this was the first time in an incident like this. Oh, wait a minute. I'm sorry. I lost your comment. Where'd it go? Like this. Okay. Okay. I take my grandchild. I don't think her daughter's going to let that happen. I don't. And she might, but I don't think she's going to let that happen for several reasons. I did ask, are there other issues? Meaning, is she just partying and living her weekend, or is drugs an issue? Drugs is not an issue. And so if you can stand in your mother's face in her house and say, quit treating me like a child, chances are, personally, I think you would leave, take your child with you just to prove a point. Plus, I don't know if this young lady's vindictive at all, but you think just because you got a great relationship with my daughter, I'm going to take her from you. Like she's punishing the mama. I don't know. I just don't know. I don't think she's going to let her keep her granddaughter willingly. Okay. And maybe she will. Okay. Thank you, Dita. I am very stressed out about my grandson. His mother is dying of cancer. If she's not already dead, stage 4 colon cancer already hit her lungs and her kidneys. My son is not stable. He's moved about 15 times in the last 4 years. I have no idea what's going on with them. I love my grandson with all of my heart. He lived with me until he was almost 8. Thank you so much for your transparency. Thank you so much for sharing that with us. And the reason I want to thank you is because you just hit a very good point. I want the woman who wrote this letter to know you are not alone. You are not alone. And Ms. Hughes, thank you. You are an example. Everybody has something. And sometimes you can pull strength and find solace in knowing you're not the only one. So thank you so much for sharing that. Thank you so much. I will say this. Because, oh, ma'am, I just need you to go back. People are writing you soliloquies. So I think you just need to go back. Okay, Emily says, I think it may be good to find a group in your area that you could meet for help. SafeWise Women. A free counseling center, workshop on relationships, boundaries. Also, here's a question. Is stopping the mom from taking up the reins actually preventing her from growing? Ooh, Emily, yes. Can I trust God enough to keep my granddaughter in his hands? I know this must be hard. Emily, you just hit the nail on the head for me, because that is where I really wanted to lead us. Okay. Ma'am, I believe in family, you guys I need somebody, a note taker, a secretary, to make sure we hit the main points, to put them in the comments. But I want to make sure that she understands that you need to have a discussion with your daughter. That may be tough love. It's time for that. But Emily said it best. Trust the good Lord to take care of your grandchild because your prayer can reach where you cannot. So my advice to you above all, and I know someone said this immediately the minute I finished telling this story, was pray. Prayer works, but not just pray, but let it go. Give it to the Lord. Don't keep picking it up. And that's where we all struggle is once you pray, you keep picking it up. But Emily said it best. I couldn't have put that in a better words. Trust God with your granddaughter. Trust God with your daughter. And maybe when you step back, that will allow the good Lord to do his work and show your daughter she needs to step to the plate. You know, if you're not there, sometimes the Lord has to move everybody out of the way. He has to move your family, your friends, all of the people, everything you normally go to get help or to make things work. He has to remove all your resources. So all you can do is depend on him. So when you get through the situation, you can't say anything other than, that was nothing but God. There was no other way I got through that but God. But God. So my prayer is that your family is strengthened through this, your relationship with your daughter is strengthened with it through this, and your grandbaby is okay. It's okay. Oh yeah, and Tony said, now you got to be detailed. Be very detailed in what you pray as well. Absolutely. Absolutely. But every time it worries you, just put it on the altar. Lord, it's on my mind. It's been on my mind. I know I gave it to you. But let's see here. She actually is right on that. I lost 2 grandsons with that son. That was my only grandson with my son. I have been blind for over 20 years and just got my sight back. Won't he do it? I have never even laid eyes on my grandson. I would not know if I bumped into him. But won't he do it? You can see, ma'am. My prayer for you is that the Lord will restore that situation for you. Just continue to pray and love. We serve a God of restoration. He will restore. So won't he do it though? You can see. Congratulations. I'm so happy for you. So happy. Anybody have anything special that we need to pray for tonight? My overall prayers for family. Overall prayers for family. Speaking to them or not speaking to them. Fighting with them or not fighting with them. I just feel like this time that we've been in with this pandemic, we really just need to pull everybody close. Even if it's a situation where you've done everything that you know to do, and it's best that you don't speak, and everything is just left there. Lord, did I leave it the right way? Did I do everything I was supposed to do? Thank you, Lord. Well, if I have, either give me the words to say or open the door so that I can do what you would have me to do. Or Lord, just continue to let my light shine. So when you choose to restore this situation, I am ready and prepared to receive it. Okay. Woo, that was a doozy. And we are, oh my gosh, we've been on here for 40 minutes. I am so sorry. Latara, prayers for my mom and a coming up surgery this week. Absolutely. We pray that the doctors and the nurses, that the Lord will just guide their hands. Absolutely. Okay, y'all, I'm way over time. So you know what I'm going to say. Oh, I know. Roro, Miss Brenda, we need some updates on the dating scene. I expect to see you on Wednesday night, Miss Brenda, to discuss. Okay. Let's see here. You guys, I am so sorry. I have never gone this long. Praise. I asked for prayers for my son-in-law who had to go back to Uganda to finalize his visa to come back to the United States permanently. And after 3 months, he is back home today with his daughter and 2 boys. Oh, congratulations. Isn't that wonderful? Tammy, what about, I'm praying for your aunt and this popcorn and milk situation. You guys know exactly what I'm going to say to you. I will see you on Wednesday. But until then, get your shine on and have a great night. You guys have a good